been enjoying Comic-Con so far?
I've been enjoying it. It's a whirlwind. There's a lot of people to meet here. There's hundreds of thousands of people here.
A lot of people.
There's a lot of people. I seriously wonder how San Diego's sewer system is coping with all of these people. It's quite a deluge, I'm sure.
So last we saw of Castiel, it looked like he might have been, gone for good. So is he in fact coming back for season 6?
Yes, Cass is coming back for season 6. He was killed and then resurrected very shortly thereafter, and he is coming back, but he's coming back in a new capacity in season 6. He's really concerned with fixing up heaven and bringing some order and structure back to heaven in the post-apocalyptic supernatural universe. So, wish him luck.
So, what else can you tell us about season 6 and in general about the season?
I think that the season starts off with this sort of 1950s domestic ideal. Dean is trying to live a family life, and it's a very different vibe in the beginning. And we've jumped forward in time. Some time has passed, but things are not as pleasant as they seem. Things are not what they seem. There's some pretty serious stuff bubbling beneath the surface, which will be revealed. How's that for a teaser?
That's great.
Good.
Well, we're looking forward to it. Thanks a lot.
So, taking the reins of the show, I'm sure you've been asked this 100 times, but let me just ask you one more time. How is it, and what do you look forward to doing in season 6?
As for how it is, the transition has been very smooth, which I pretty much put to Eric and Bob, Eric Kripke and Bob Singer, who have been very generous and who have made the transition exceptionally smooth and have set me up for success in my promotion. And in terms of what we plan to do in season 6, we want to continue to allow the show to evolve. We want to surprise you. We want to go in bold directions, and we also want to have the boys jump in the Impala and kick a bunch of ass. We were hungry for that. We had, had a lot of angels and a lot of demons, and we do have some of that. We have a storyline to continue there, but we also shoot a lot of monsters in the face this season.
Any certain monsters we should look forward to seeing, maybe?
We have shapeshifters as you've never seen them before. We have vampires, also as you've never seen them before. We have a creature that is similar to a werewolf but not the same. And also some other old favorites, I'll say that.
Well, thank you very much, Sera. Okay, Jim, you're here with the Media Junkyard. We're just wondering certain things about season 6. I hear that you might be getting your soul back, perhaps?
Well, I'm certainly going to try and get my soul back. It's not one of those things you want to leave lying around.
Will it be involving any kisses with Mark Shepard again?
God, I hope not. For a guy and an Englishman at that, he's not a bad kisser. But I'm going to spend the rest of my career living down the first one. So I just as soon not.
It's seriously just one of the funniest moments of last season. So, you spent the last season in the wheelchair. It must have been a humbling experience for you.
Oh, very much. It's dramatically, it was very rich. It gave me a lot of opportunities to play stuff that I wouldn't have had a chance to play. But it's, as anyone who's actually in a wheelchair knows, it's the world treats you differently. And because it's a television show and it's a television show about the supernatural, I was lucky enough to be able to get out of mine. And I'm glad in the sense that I'm not left behind answering the phones like I was for a lot of last season.
A lot of exposition you dealt out.
Yeah. So, it was great dramatically, but I'm glad that phase is over.
So what can you tell us about season 6 and what everyone can expect?
A lot of oil rub-downs. That's it. That's all. Every episode, nothing but oil rub-down. And busty Asian beauties and full pornography. CW is really going for a new approach this year, and it's just, they're going to be banging the people from One Tree Hill in one episode and then banging the people from Vampire Diaries in another episode. It's going to be a lot of limbs and writhing torsos.
That's awesome.
No, so it's creatures this year. I think angels and demons, while certainly a part of the mythology, are not going to be the core crux of the mythology. I think it's hard to top the apocalypse. I mean, I think we're definitely going to spend some time seeing how angels and demons are dealing with the post-apocalypse, like their bosses are in jail. But the main crux of the season is creatures. And it's something that's been in the show's DNA from the beginning. I mean, episode 2 is that darn loving Wendigo. But where do they come from, and why are they here, and how did they originate, and do they have souls? And it was Sera Gamble and Bob Singer's notion, and I thought a really smart one, of that's really something we've never really explored. It's all this uncharted real estate for us. So it's going to be about Sam and Dean dealing with this rise in creatures. They're all acting edgy and weird, sort of like dogs during a thunderstorm. Like, they're just all going skeevy.
Great. So I was actually wondering if you can actually tell us about the supernatural animation, and if we're going to see it here in the States?
Currently, there are no plans for it to come in the States, but write your congressman and write Warner Brothers. I mean, seriously, write Warner Brothers. And write Warner Brothers and demand to see it. I've seen the character sketches. They are badass. And Jared and Jensen are doing the voices for a couple episodes. And then otherwise, it's the guys who do the voiceover in Japanese for the show are doing the characters. It's awesome because, like, they're able to do all these creatures and monsters that, like, we don't have the budget to do on the show. And, like, when they brought it to me, I was like, I just want monsters with tentacles, because, like, I'm, like, a huge anime fan. And they're like, totally, we can have giant monsters. And it's so for me, like, just to have a show that is becoming animated blows my mind. So I please everyone write Warner Brothers to see it. But for me, the only thing I can say about it is once they send me the DVD, I'm having a huge party. We're all going to get drunk, and we're going to watch animated Supernatural. And then there's Supernatural stories that I don't even have to work on. That's the best part.
Nice. We're excited. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, man.
So what can you tell us about Season 6 and what everyone can expect to see?
Well, Season 6 shows us a different Sam and Dean. It kind of like Sam and Dean have switched positions a little bit, where Sam is now the one saying, like, listen, there's something bad out there, we got to take care of it. And Dean is like, we've kind of done what's required of us. Like, we deserve some normalcy. Like, I want a woman and a kid, and I want to be in love, and I want to, like, wake up and read the newspaper. And Sam's going like, listen, that's not in the cards. Like, you've died, I've died, we've both been to heaven and hell. Like, let's be honest with each other and with ourselves and go do what we do best.
I told myself, hey, listen, if I'm going to fail at this, it's not going to be because I didn't do my homework. So we'll see what happens.
Well, Jared and Jen said you did a great job.
Well, that's good. First, I pay them to say nice things, so that's always good.
Great. Good luck with the new season.
Thank you very much.
Hey, we're here with Ben Edlund and Media Junkyard. How you doing, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. How you enjoying Comic-Con this year?
It's good. I enjoy it every year. It's a strange experience.
What's to look forward to in Season 6?
Season 6, yes. I think, for me, monsters, very big. We get to look into an entire different area, and we really haven't looked at that. That, plus, I really enjoy the notion that we get to look at another year of these boys' torment. In a way, we prove that this life, their world, will not let them go. They cannot die. They cannot be. Hell will not contain them. They must be on Earth, being tortured daily by existence. And there's a story in that, even in the presence of a 6th season, that I think is interesting.
I can imagine that Dean will be a little mixed feelings about Sam's return.
Yes, he'll be on the deepest level, because he will have at that point invested entirely in a life of family, and thinking that his only job is to get over all the trauma and not fuck up his kid. Pardon my French.
It's okay, we're uncensored.
Yeah, fuck, great.